there, fellow travelers. I'm Jim.
And I'm Amy. Welcome to Vacay with J&A.
Today we're going to be sharing with you a trip we took to Hawaii where we saved over $12,000 using different travel hacking techniques.
We had an amazing time. We went to both Maui and Kauai, stayed at some amazing resorts that we would never be able to pay for out of pocket. And we got to fly home business class on the way home with lay flat seats. And it was just a really good experience.
Anyway, this is just an example of the trips that are possible using points and miles. And so we like to share this with you to get excited about the idea of using points and miles for your trip. So for now, just sit back, relax, and enjoy these highlights.
So the night before, we decided to stay at the Hyatt Regency DFW because the weather was bad and we didn't want to have to drive to the airport in the morning. So we got this one right here by the airport. Worked out really nice because the next morning we just woke up and headed to the Capital One Lounge.
Love the Capital One Lounge. We actually have another short video about it, give a little more detail and some close-ups of what they have to offer. But I seem to get this chairs right by the window too, which is kind of nice. But they do a lot of good food. There's a lot of choices, drinks.
It's just a great way to start a trip, right? And the Capital One Lounge has really, really great views that look out over the runways. It was a little early in the morning, so we couldn't see them, but
Wasn't very many people in there either, which is kind of nice. And the bathrooms are really nice too.
But you can tell before we got on the plane, it was snowing pretty good, which is unusual for Dallas. And it led to us having to wait in a long line to get de-iced.
We were thunder sleep, wasn't that what they were calling it? It was like thunder and lightning and sleep and hail. And
Yep, 2 hours between pushback and takeoff. But once we got up over the clouds, we were passing over the coast of California. Before you knew it, we were landing in Maui. 10 hours total, I think we were on the plane, which was kind of a long time. And some people just couldn't wait to get off the plane. Whew. After 10 hours on the plane, finally get to walk down the jet bridge. Somebody's crop dusting this bad boy. Not sure who. Welcome to Maui. That's a special way to arrive. Well, they've got some pretty good security here in baggage claim. You'll see that in a minute, but I don't know much about golf clubs, but this probably isn't the way you want to send your golf club to Maui. I don't know.
one at a time.
Paul Blart Mall Cop there. Baggage claim. Paul Blart 3, baggage claim. There he is.
Oh, he's crazy.
He's got
a mission.
Yeah, he's got somebody in his sights. Go get him, Paul. Good old Paul. We left Paul behind and headed over to the Grand Wailea. It had been a place I'd wanted to go for such a long time.
It's a beautiful resort. It is huge. We actually have a couple of videos about this place, so you can check those out.
Yeah, we did a special video just for our visit to this one place because it was that spectacular. And one of the most spectacular things was the upgrade we got from Amy's Hilton Aspire card. She's a Diamond member, so they upgraded us to this wonderful ocean view. We couldn't wait to get out into the water.
It felt so nice after being stuck in the airplane all day long.
Yeah, and right as the sun was setting, you can get a shot of the full resort right here. It's huge. And then we went for a quick swim in the pool, and then was off to bed. And the next morning we woke up and enjoyed breakfast with a view.
And lots of delicious things to choose from. One of the omelets were really good. A lot of fresh fruit. I always go for oatmeal too.
And the malasadas. I'd never had a malasada, and they were really, really good. This resort's cool because they have a bunch of pools, and they have slides connecting the pools. So if you got kids, they would absolutely love this. We're kids at heart, so we loved it. You can see Amy coming down here.
It was a lot of fun. We definitely were like, oh man, our son would love this so much.
Ooh, a little jacuzzi cave.
Yeah, that was kind of surprising. We just were scrolling through and found that, so that was fun.
Tucked away. And they also have a swim-up bar. They don't even get mad at you if you spill your drink all over the bar. They do send you over to the corner, though. This was just a cool ceiling fan in our room. We just really, really liked it. But after that night, we headed over to the Wailea Beach Resort. This cool swing that you can swing in while waiting for your room to be ready. I do have platinum status with Marriott, so they upgraded us. This is actually a one-bedroom suite, and you'll see here in a second. Unfortunately, it was a garden view. I think if you look in between that building and those trees and you look real hard, you might be able to catch a little bit of water. But the room was very spacious. and it was nice of them to upgrade us into such a spacious room. But the coolest part about this resort had to be what?
They have like a whole entertainment area, games and things to do for kids, all part of, you know, your resort fee. So all those games are free. And yeah, I really liked the outdoor area too, like where the swings were at. They had multiple swings and places to sit and just kind of enjoy the nice air.
Looks like you love the ski ball.
Ski ball's awesome. I love ski ball.
But they have, if you got kids, they would absolutely love it in here. It's like a big clubhouse. You know, you can play billiards. They have different video games, pinball. They even have golden tea here. Lots of fun stuff to do. And then they do have a Starbucks on site. We got a dining credit, so we got a free breakfast. And what became a theme was having breakfast with a view every day, and this was no exception.
Yeah, it was really nice out there in that huge like outdoor lobby area. And we were able to just kind of sit out there and enjoy our food and check out some great views.
But before we knew it, it was time to say goodbye to Maui and head off over to Kauai. And we got to do it on a Boeing 717. I'm an AV geek, so I'm going to tell you, there's only 3 airlines that fly this plane. Qantas Link, Delta, and Hawaiian. Qantas in Australia, Delta on the East Coast, and Hawaiian in between the islands. It's a very short flight. So once you take off from Maui, there's just enough time for you to enjoy this little juice cup that they give to you, little passion orange guava, a little pog, and then before you know it, you're landing in Lahui. And pro tip, get on the left side of the plane so you can enjoy this approach.
That was one of the best scenic landings we've ever had, I think.
Yeah.
And then once we got on the island, we got to drive through the cool tree tunnel. It's actually really neat. It's actually even better in person, but I think it's over a mile. And it's just these trees that kind of connect together and make a little tree tunnel. It's pretty cool.
Yep. And then we checked into the Sheraton Poipu. This is a place I used to go with my dad when I was a kid. And status strikes again. We had booked a garden view king, and they said, well, we've got a room that's got 2 queen beds, but it's got a full ocean view. And we said, we'll take it.
Yes, please.
We were able to sit out on the balcony and watch the sunset every night and get some nice time-lapse videos.
Yeah, it was a good spot. It was kind of private too. It was kind of understand resort. So
yeah. Well, we were hungry after traveling through the day, so we went to this place called Puka Dog. Basically, just big Polish dogs inside a bun, and you put some relish and some salsa in there, and some lilikoi mustard. Get a look at those here. They're sizable, and they are very, very good. We actually wound up going here twice.
Yeah, and there's tons of different ways to customize it too, so
Yeah.
you can add all different kinds of flavors.
No matter how you customize it, though, it always winds up on your face.
Yeah, I'm not the cleanest eater.
Ooh, side note about Kauai, chickens everywhere. These guys joined us for lunch, but I mean, there was even chickens when we were getting our rental car. Just chickens all over the island.
We did have a lot of storms while we were in Kauai, lots of rain, and it was actually kind of neat watching all the thunder and lightning.
Yeah, but then we got free breakfast with my platinum benefits, except this yogurt wasn't yogurt. Something wrong with this yogurt. It was actually sour cream. So I skipped the yogurt after that and went for this Spam musubi dish. It was delicious, and you have to try Spam when you're in Hawaii. So it's off to our Pali tour in poor weather. You can see this thing rocking.
Yeah, we were lucky to even get to go, actually, but it still was a great trip. We saw tons of dolphins and even more whales.
Oh, yeah. Look, it's a mom teaching her little baby calf how to breach. Yay. It was
so cute.
It was cute. And, they told us, without rain, you can't have rainbows. So we made the best of the trip. And after that, we went to this place that was recommended to us called The Crack. We had a lot of tacos on this trip.
A lot of tacos in Kauai. And we didn't know. That was surprising.
Yeah, The Crack, they do not skimp on portions. As you can see, this taco here. And then I got this burrito, and then we'll show you here exactly how big it is. Look at the size of that taco.
Once again, it's not going to be a clean situation for me.
Yeah. And then this burrito, it's about the size of my head. It's pretty big. The next morning, oh boy.
Pouring rain.
Yeah, there was actually some flooding. We wanted to go up to Hanalei that day. This delayed our start. But we just waited for the rains to cool down a little bit. And on our way out to Hanalei, we stopped at a little place called the Kauai Bakery because we heard they had really good malasadas.
You tried all different kinds.
Yeah, so there's a
The sampler
manapua.
blend.
Yeah, there's a manapua, and then we have the guava, the plain, the chocolate, and then the mango malasada. I'll tell you this much: they did not skimp on the filling. These things were overflowing, and it was pretty affordable. I think for all that stuff, I think it was around $13 when we went. So if you're in the area, stop on by. It's pretty good. And then we stopped at Holy Grail Donuts. We got the Tony Hawk and then the miso. These donuts were pretty good. They were hot and fresh, but $9 for two donuts is...
It's extreme.
Yeah, I don't know that they're that good.
It's different.
Yeah, unfortunately, the bridge to Hanalei was washed out, so we stopped at that lighthouse, and then Amy decided to check out the jungle in her flip-flops.
Safety first.
We stopped at Kenji Burger on the way home. These are really, really, really good hamburgers, and we actually got the furikake fries too. I enjoyed them.
Not so much for me. They were a little strong.
Yeah, but they were good. So the next morning, we actually got a little bit of sun.
Yay.
So we decided to take advantage of the sun and head up to Waimea Canyon.
The Grand Canyon of the Pacific, as it's called sometimes.
That's what I've heard. Yeah.
It's pretty amazing. It's like one of those places that you have to go in person to really appreciate it. Like the pictures are good. But
unfortunately, the weather. Oh,
once
no.
again, cloudy.
It was a use your imagination kind of day. So we moved a little further up the hill, and it got a little bit better. You can actually see the ocean now. It's magnificent, even with the clouds. And we were at the wettest spot on Earth, which is pretty cool. Took some more pictures. That's the backside of the canyon. Just unbelievable. You can take all kinds of hikes over here too and get closer to these waterfalls. Ooh, and now taco libre on the way home. Okay, these are carne asada fries.
And more tacos.
Those were okay. They were average, but the carne asada fries were life-changing. I'd almost go back to Kauai just for those fries. I don't know how they stayed crispy, but they stayed crispy underneath all those toppings. Amy's first impression, 2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs, oh yeah.
And, okay, she didn't eat them all by herself, but we certainly cleared these things out.
They were so good. Like, I still think about it sometimes.
Yeah. All right, next morning, more sunshine, so we're going to try Hanalei Bay again. We're stopped at Aloha Liege Waffles on the way.
Those were good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed them.
And then we finally made our way to Hanalei. Check out this beautiful bay.
It really is a very unique spot.
Yeah, it's just with the mountains in the background, and you're on the beach. There's a nice pier. And tacos. Best tacos we had on the trip were in Hanalei at Pat's Taqueria. You can see the sign there. They have jalapeno cream cheese quesadillas. It's a must.
Yeah,
must,
it was really good.
So our last day, last breakfast with a view before we head off back to Maui for a little bit before we fly back home. So we fly out and we say goodbye to Kauai. Again, grab the left side. It's where you want to be. This is a little VRBO near Kapalua that we stayed at last year with our whole family. So we went by to see it again. And we visited Kapalua. And then before we went to the airport, we stopped and got a little bit of plane spotting in. It's the AV geek in me. But not too much longer. It was time for us to get on our flight. Ooh, business class on the way home. It's a red-eye flight, and if I can, this is the only way I'm flying red-eye from now on.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
It's gonna.
And we were out quick. So as soon as we got in the air, they did start providing us with some food. And they started with, the classic American Airlines warm nuts and a drink. And then it progressed on to a mid-salad and prosciutto-wrapped pears. And then what I don't recommend is the steak, which was overdone, and the potatoes that were underdone.
My pasta was good, though. Good pasta dish there.
And we both really enjoyed the ice cream sundaes. Yeah, that was a good way to end our once-in-a-lifetime trip right before we went to bed.
It really was a once-in-a-lifetime trip, and I can't wait to go back. Hopefully we'll be able to go back.
Well, thanks to travel hacking, it doesn't have to be a once-in-a-lifetime trip. It's a trip we can take again, using points and miles. And we get to also visit other places too.
If you're curious about travel hacking and want to learn how you can also do it, we have a Travel Hacking 101 series on our YouTube channel that you can watch to get some tips and tricks and to help you get on your card journey and save on travel.
Yeah, wherever you want to go. You don't have to go to Hawaii. You know, if you have a different dream destination, you can go there. Thanks so much for coming by and watching. We hope you enjoyed our video. If you have any questions about travel hacking or about Hawaii, go ahead and drop them in the comments. We'll be happy to respond. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you think somebody else might like it, share it with them.
That way.
You know, again, thanks so much for watching. We really appreciate it.
You know the drill. Happy travels!